beautiful Wednesday evening for day 2 of the inaugural SEC ACC Showdown at the net. In day 1, the ACC won 5 games and 3 over the SEC, and you need 9 wins overall to clinch this inaugural challenge. Tonight you'll see the Wolfpack of NC State welcoming the South Carolina Gamecocks on the ACC Network. Welcome inside Reynolds Coliseum. She's Andy Clifford. I'm Danny Wall. The Wolfpack are back in action after having 6 days of rest since their last game against Nevada, while the Gamecocks come in with a quick turnaround following 2 losses over the weekend. Entering tonight, Ainsley, what's the biggest factor to look for in tonight's matchup?
The serve and pass game is going to be the key difference maker in this matchup. Both South Carolina and NC State are both extremely balanced teams with a ton of offensive weapons. Ultimately, it's going to come down to who can apply pressure from the service line and who can get good passes to their setters to stay in system.
You're going to see a matchup between 2 veteran outside hitters leading the way for South Carolina. It's Elena Johnson.
Outside hitter Elena Johnson is the engine that drives this South Carolina offense. She's got a cannon for an arm, but what really sets her apart is her volleyball IQ. She knows when to mix up her shots and keeps defenders guessing. She has the ability to completely take over a match when she gets going. The block for NC State is going to have to key in on her to try and slow her down. For the Wolfpack, outside Courtney Bryant is so dominant in every aspect of the game. She's extremely steady in serve receive, but she's such a smart attacker and can hit all different types of shots from anywhere on the court. She's the most experienced player on the roster for NC State. Look for her to be taking a lot of swings tonight, not just from the front row, but from the back row as well.
This is also a match between 2 first-year head coaches. For the Wolfpack, Megan Wargo-Kearney, it is her time for the last 5 years as associate head coach for this team under former head coach Lucas LeBay. Although this year, she talked about the newness overall of the roster. 8 new players along with 8 returners. For South Carolina, Sarah Rumley-Noble is back in SEC territory. She was an all-conference setter at Kentucky and spent time as an assistant at LSU in Arkansas. Her last 3 years, she was a head coach at App State in the Sun Belt, and talking about the newness of her team with 10 new players coming in, and she joined the team just 5 months ago in April, so it was a quick start, a quick jump overall to get things going. Eliza Villar on the serve for the Wolfpack, and we are underway inside Reynolds. First attack on the outside, block. Elena Johnson with the swing, but the pack middles were ready for it.
Nice job from NC State right out of the gate, forcing Elena Johnson to pass to attack. They want to force her to get going early on so they can set up their block in time and do just that.
First matchup between these 2 teams in a decade. Gamecock go to the other side, ceiling playing a factor. Here's Rebecca Ring swinging. No touch out. First points for South Carolina. The Gamecocks 3-3 after losing their last 2 games at a neutral site in Tampa against South Florida, and Florida State looking to bounce back tonight. Here is the sophomore libero Victoria Harris serving for SC. Outside poke by Jordan Smith. Point back.
A little bit of a low set from setter Elisa Villar for NC State, but Jordan Smith did a nice job adjusting to it.
NC State 4-1. They won in straight sets against Nevada 6 days ago. Well rested, returning home. Sarah Jordan on the set for Johnson, down the line and out. Point Wolfpack again.
Right idea by Elena Johnson to try and crank this ball down the line. She saw the block was giving her space to hit line, just sent it a little bit wide.
Head coach Megan Wargo-Kearney mentioned about increasing service pressure as the true freshman Ring serving for the pack. From the other side, Elise Marshall, one of the Mountaineer transfers, couldn't get it. We'll try again from the middle from Nia Hall. Courtney Bryant, no. From the big ring, what a dig from Harris in the back, but a violation on the Gamecocks. 4-1 NC State.
The back row big set to Courtney Bryant is something you're going to see all night long. Great decision by Eliza Villar to go with her go-to attacker even out of the back row.
Courtney Bryant, a longtime member of this program, a silent leader for the pack. And an ace to go along with it. Harris couldn't receive it properly, and that just goes to the serving pressure that MWK wanted to see.
Huge momentum start for NC State.
4-0 run early in the first set. And once again, getting the Gamecocks out of system. Free ball. Villar to the middle. Overpass. Good response by the Gamecocks. And the second effort connects. And it's Lily Cropper, who didn't play in the last game for the Wolfpack. Makes it a 5-0 run. And a timeout call from SC.
Great decision by NC State to get their middles involved right out of the gate. It frees things up for your pins. Now South Carolina has to be aware of that.
More to come after the break. The Wolfpack will roll it early in Reynolds. 6-1 start in set one. 5-0 run for the Wolfpack, 6-1 in set one. Head coach Megan Wargo-Coney talked about the newness of this year's team, especially when you look at the players that are missing from last year. Over 70% of the kills departing from last year's NCAA tournament appearing squad. Service pressure has been one of the highlights this start as Rebecca Ring serves again for the Pack. Johnson swings and starts to get in rhythm. How does South Carolina kind of get back into things after they get the kill from Johnson there?
It all starts with first contact. Now they're going to go back to the service line. They got to put the pressure on NC State.
Elizabeth McElveen on the serve. Villar in the set to the middle. Out. Lily Cropper just a bit wide on the attack. Back-to-back points for the Gamecocks. Starting to see some momentum early. Low reception by libero Zuza Maciejewicz. And another strong attack from the Wolfpack. 3-0 run now for South Carolina finding rhythm.
That's the Pack fast offense that Coach Megan Wargo-Coney was talking about. It's just so quick from the time it leaves Eliza Villar's hands. Even though she made the error, it still forces South Carolina's block to speed up really fast.
And ace as that ball rolls off the tape in the front line for the Pack. Couldn't see it. And just like that, it's a 1-point set early on.
Lucky serve for South Carolina. Gotta love those if you're the Gamecocks. Gotta hate those if you're the Wolfpack.
All from the serving of Elizabeth McElveen. On the outside block, and we're tied at 6. All it took was a little bit of momentum following the timeout, and now the Gamecocks back in it.
Gamecocks starting to find their rhythm from the service line. They're forcing South Carolina out of system, which makes your offense one-dimensional. They know it's going to go to their outside pin and Courtney Bryant.
The block was from Ava Leahy as a service error for the Gamecocks. Point back. Leahy, one of 2 App State transfers that joined head coach Sarah Romy Noble in Columbia. Proper, one of the 8 returners serving for the Pack. Jordan to Johnson, connects. And now you're starting to see Elena Johnson gain more confidence after she was halted early in the set.
That was a really nice swing by Elena Johnson on the outside pin. She knows she had a double block in front of her, so she had to go up and hit high and hit hard.
Averaging over 2.5 kills a set, has 2 in the first. Bryant found the spot in the back row.
Courtney Bryant is one of those attackers that can hit all different types of shots from anywhere on the court. Look at this swing. Places it perfectly in the back left corner of the court. Here's another look. This is why she is the go-to attacker on this Wolfpack team.
Also a silent leader, able to turn things around and make an impact for the Pack service error. Knotted up at 8. Both teams having trouble with service errors and attacking errors early on. Ashley Mullen on the set to Bryant. Got it in. You'll see a 6-2 rotation with the Wolfpack going between Ashley Mullen and Eliza Villar.
The benefit of a 6-2 rotation is you always have 3 attackers up front versus a 5-1. Your setter is in the front row for 3 rotations as well. So having a 6-2, you're able to get more attackers involved.
Service error for the pack.
A lot of times in these kind of matchups, you do see a lot of errors early on. The juices are flowing, the adrenaline is pumping. Expect them to settle in as this match goes on.
Also, the environment inside Reynolds Coliseum, you can kind of rattle opponents, especially with the band in the house tonight. Served by Kimmy Thompson. The near side, no luck from Samaya Dorsey. Bump set by Harris to Hall. Tools it off. Point pack. Nia Hall, another newcomer for this Gamecock team, coming from Cleveland State.
Great out of system set by Victoria Harris. 5 feet on, 5 feet off for Nia Hall to go up there and get it.
First lead for the pack, rather for the Gamecocks in this set, 10-9. Responding from the middle, no luck from Talia Frankham. Hall again, no. Out of system attack that connects for Rebecca Ring, the true freshman. Part of the 1-2 punch of their unique freshman outsides, along with Jordan Smith.
NC State is doing a really nice job bettering the ball. This set came from their middle. Rebecca Ring had to adjust to it, slowed down her arm at the last second, placed it perfectly for the Wolfpack.
Served by Maciejewicz. From the middle, out. Emily Beaker, Tennessee transfer, just off on the attack for SC.
I like the decision to go with Emily Beaker out of the middle there. Even though she was not able to get that ball in play, South Carolina now has that established, and NC State has to be ready for it.
Outside, what a forceful kill from Hall.
Nia Hall is so athletic. She's not that tall, just 5'10", which is considered undersized, especially for a Power 4 conference, but she has that hang time. She essentially freezes in the air when she goes up to attack.
On the near side, Dorsey gets it to go. The Gamecocks could not keep it in play. 12-11 NC State. You're seeing both teams capitalize off of errors and just mistakes on the floor. Jordan keeps it on their side. Free ball from Johnson. And there will be a violation on the pack. Point Gamecocks. It has been a trading points back and forth. Already 6 ties throughout this first set. Service error from Harris.
Like the aggressiveness from Victoria Harris on that back line. Sent it a little bit too long.
Victoria Harris will be a player to watch, able to extend rallies for the Gamecocks, a member of the SEC all-freshman team last year. Averaged 4 digs a set. Receives on the serve from the pack. Johnson tools it off. Good block and effort from the Wolfpack, but point goes to the Gamecocks.
I love how Victoria Harris was able to stick that pass right after she made a service error. You got to have a short memory in volleyball. Even if you mess up, you got to shake it off because the next serve is coming right away.
Another tie. 8 so far in the first. Both teams unable to find rhythm as Beaker from the middle. Correction, Ava Leahy gets that one to go.
Ava Leahy playing some cleanup at the net. It all started with the serve from Elizabeth McKelvin, forcing that overpass.
Service error. How does each team find the rhythm moving forward with so many errors back and forth?
It's going to happen in these types of matchups once again. With your energy super high, your adrenaline is going, you just have to clean this up as we get to the later point in the set.
Served by Cropper. Bump set by Johnson. Hall floats it over. What a dig from Villar. Still in play. On the far side, Leahy connects. Second kill for Leahy tonight.
When South Carolina has Ava Leahy in the front row, she really likes to run behind the setter. It's so valuable to have a middle blocker that likes to run behind because it allows you to spread your offense from pin to pin.
Courtney Bryant, oh, good dig from Harris. Bumps that to Hall, crosses it. What defense. Bryant again. Harris gives it up. Hall, oh, what save. Sent over. What effort, both sides. Bryant from the attack line. Leahy denied. Courtney Bryant getting the job done on both sides to tie it at 15.
Both teams playing some incredible defense in this rally. Sydney Daniels playing out. Check out this block. Courtney Bryant solo stuff. Turned her palms into the court, sent it right back down.
That brings us to the 10th tie of set one. It could be a mix for NC State having 6 days of rest since their last matchup against Nevada. And for South Carolina, a quick turnaround. They didn't have much time to practice. They practiced yesterday for the first time in days after a quick trip to Tampa. Served by Mullen, service error. That is the third for the Pack. And the Gamecocks have 3 service errors too. We see Victoria Hill for the first time for SC. True freshman outside. And what an athlete she is. Sarah McNoble was talking to us about Hill and everything she can do. Free ball from the Pack. Jordan, and on the kill for the Gamecocks. Getting that one through Emily Beaker. So we mentioned Victoria Hill serving again. She was an incredible athlete, not just in volleyball, but also in track. A 3-time high school gold medalist. And the response from Courtney Bryant, she's starting to feel it. She gets her 3rd kill.
Perfect in-system play for the Wolfpack, starting with a 3-option pass, and I like how low that set was. It forced Courtney Bryant to speed up her approach even faster, didn't give the opposing block time to close.
Pack starting to go to their go-tos with Bryant. Low reception. Hall gets it off of Mullen. Point Gamecocks.
Heck of a swing by Nia Hall on the outside pin. Check this out. She went up like she was going to hit cross court, cranked her arm across her body, pounded it down the line.
What an addition Hall has been for the Gamecocks. Mullen setting up on the outside. Rebecca Ring out. Point SC. The Wolfpack will call time as South Carolina, through back and forth, trading off of points, now ahead by 3, 19-16. We have a special ACC Network Friday Night Lights football matchup for you. It's the Empire State rivalry game between Colgate and Syracuse. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, and it's also available on the all-new ESPN app. we've seen both teams trying to work their way back in. It's now the Gamecocks that have gotten things together, ahead by 3. They were also a team that reached the postseason last year under former head coach Tom Mendoza. He left to be the head coach at Marquette. And in this new team under Sarah Romney-Noble, just 6 returners, 6 newcomers, and half of those newcomers are freshmen, along with the transfers that Romney-Noble has brought in.
Yeah, for this to be a brand new team, essentially, for South Carolina, brand new staff, brand new head coach, they've done a great job to start this season. They played some really quality opponents. Even though they went 0-2 last weekend on the road at USF, Coach Sarah Rumley-Noble was really pleased with how her team bounced back after the loss against FSU. They didn't end up winning against UCF, but she said they still showed a lot of fight and a lot of heart, and as a coach, you can live with that.
Talked about the culture bucket, which is how they want to act and what type of standards that they want to have. This was the first time over the weekend where she may have saw a dip in that, but throughout practices and talking things out, getting ready for NC State, she feels like her team is right where they need to be. Currently ahead by 3 in set 1 as play resumes. Near side tip. Oh, Harris keeping it going. Beaker responds from the middle, and the run continues for the Gamecocks.
Victoria Harris, are you serious? One arm dig perfectly to her setter. She is able to run her middle in transition. Emily Beaker putting an exclamation point on that one.
Service error, Gamecocks.
Once you enter the red zone, which is once you get to point 20 in volleyball, this is where you want to play your cleanest. You can't have any unforced errors.
Talk about playing clean. South Carolina has cleaned things up, hitting at 304. NC State, though, hitting at 120. 8 kills and 5 errors. Served by Machevich, and another service error, make it number 4 for the Pack. Hall serving. And Hall with an ace. The second in the set for SC. And MWK will use her final timeout of set 1.
Good things happen when you're aggressive from the service line. Great serve by South Carolina, forcing the timeout for NC State.
5-point lead, 22-17. This is day 2 of the inaugural SEC ACC Showdown at the net. There were a lot of fun matchups and upsets that we saw in day 1. One of them being Tennessee, Georgia Tech, a rematch from the NCAA tournament last year. Tennessee getting that win in 4. How about North Carolina getting their first non-conference ranked win over the Florida Gators in 9 years to the day in yesterday's action?
Elite matchups all around yesterday and today. North Carolina 3-0 sweep over number 11 Florida. They're going to be a dangerous team this season, but not just UNC. The whole ACC is completely stacked this year.
A lot of powerhouses. Stanford, a team to watch, winning 3-1 over Missouri. How about Boston College taking Arkansas to 5 and pulling out a win there?
That's extremely impressive as well. The ACC definitely showed out yesterday.
Can't forget the top 10 matchup between SMU and Texas A&M. Texas A&M going to be a team to watch in the SEC, but SMU really made some noise out of the ACC last year.
These are matchups you typically get in the postseason, so to get them this early on, it makes the sport of volleyball so much fun.
Out of the Wolfpack timeout. Back and forth affair to start, but since the match was tied at 15, South Carolina has gone on a 7-2 run. Hall on the serve. From the middle, blocked. Emily Beaker keeping the run going.
Such a nice job by Emily Beaker staying home here. She stayed with her hitter, able to get her one-on-one. She didn't bite to go to one of the pins. How about the stare down from Emily Beaker as well?
Firing up her team. It's a 3-0 run. Blocked again. And it's Beaker alongside Elise Marshall. Set point Gamecocks.
All the momentum with South Carolina right now. Heck of a block setup by Emily Beaker. Timed it perfectly. Great job by Ava Leahy, turning her palms into the court.
Free ball. On the outside, and how about the return? North Carolina State bouncing back with a block.
A block is one of the biggest momentum plays in volleyball, so really nice job by NC State, able to respond on that.
Still set point SC. Villar on the serve. Outside Marshall. Still in play. What a dig from Zuzia. Ring. No, Harris keeps it up. Johnson in set one, 25-18 in favor of the Gamecocks. Ended the first set on a 10-3 run, gaining momentum and carrying it throughout the rest of the set.
South Carolina just played their best volleyball when it mattered the most. They played extremely efficient and clean in the red zone. All the momentum with South Carolina right now.
Looking to continue to silence this crowd inside Reynolds Coliseum. Gamecocks up 1-0. Set two coming up after the break on the ACC Network. Gamecocks taking set one, 25-18, led by the attacking of Elena Johnson.
There's a reason Elena Johnson is the go-to scorer on this team. 5 kills in that first set alone, well above her season high. She's averaging 2.7 kills a set, so great job by Elena Johnson, able to switch it up and score in different ways too.
The Wolfpack were ready for Johnson in the beginning of the first set. Those first two swings that Johnson had ended up being attacking errors, but once the Gamecocks opened things up and went to other attackers like Ava Leahy and Emily Beaker, and alongside Nia Hall with 3 kills, they went back to Johnson to lead the way through.
It also goes to show how much South Carolina, how much trust they have in Elena Johnson. Even when she makes those mistakes, they're going to keep feeding her because she is their go-to.
How did the Pack get back in action here in set two?
Started to break down from the service line a little bit and first contact. They got to dial it in here, try to get their setter in system so they can run their offense the way they want.
There were 11 ties and 3 lead changes in that first set, really back and forth until it was tied up at 15. But then the second half of the set, South Carolina a 10-3 run to take it overall.
South Carolina put their foot on the gas when it mattered the most. They stayed aggressive in the later point of the set, and it paid off.
Head coach Sarah Noble talked about just the main keys, the 3 keys she always looks for in her team, and one of the biggest ones, of course, is killing balls, and that's one thing that the Gamecocks did, hitting a 269 as a service error starts set 2. Point goes to the Wolfpack.
It's going to be huge for North Carolina State to get on an early run to start this set.
7 attacking errors from the Pack in that first set. We'll have to clean that up along with the 4 service errors. On the near side, what a kill from Elise Marshall, the other App State transfer. She was the Sun Belt Freshman of the Year in her freshman campaign.
Great swing by Elise Marshall. She noticed the block was giving her space to hit down the line, turned her thumb up, absolutely thumped it down the line.
A hard worker, one of the reasons why she joined Romney Noble in Columbia. Harris on the serve. On the outside, blocked on the attack from Jordan Smith. Smith tries again, and another block. Johnson and Leahy working together.
South Carolina is doing an incredible job defensively, not just from a digging standpoint, but blocking as well. Check out this block by Elena Johnson, pressing her hands over the net. No getting past that if you're NC State.
The solo stuff, not known for her blocking. Only had 6 entering this matchup tonight. Bryant off the hands. Harris keeps it up. Johnson swings down the line, got it in.
South Carolina is doing a really nice job up front. Even though they're not getting those straight down stuffs every single time, they're getting great tags on the block, allowing their defense to do the work and getting a good pass to their setter, and feeds it to Elena Johnson.
Johnson really not missing the beat since the last game against South Florida. She had 16 kills in the loss. Now it's 6 here so far tonight. Bryant off of Harris. Point back.
Really nice out-of-system swing by Courtney Bryant. But how about the location from the out-of-system set from Eliza Villar? We have to remember, she has not set in 4 years. She came to coach Megan Wargo-Kearney and said she wanted to set this season for her team.
Johnson got it off the front line of Frankham. And going back to the setting, we'll take a look at first at attack from Johnson here.
Great swing by Elena Johnson, just powering through that block. It didn't matter that there were 2 people in front of her, 4 hands up front. She powered right through it.
And for the setting side for South Carolina, they had some rotational pieces trying to figure out who they were going to go with. They've gone between a 5-1 and 6-2. Bryant connects. Courtney Bryant starting to heat up. She records her 5th kill.
Nice job by Courtney Bryant adjusting to that set. It was a little bit far behind her, so she had to take it a little bit off speed. Perfect placement by Courtney Bryant.
This has been a unique season for Bryant, having to step up in this role of being the primary attacker, where last year she had so many hitters around her like Amanda Rice and Ava Brizard. Oh, Johnson kept that in. Free ball from the Gamecocks. From the middle, popped up by McElveen. Johnson blocks. Point pack.
Great block setup by NC State. They are going to want to clean up their setter location a little bit, but great block by the Wolfpack.
Ran right into a 6'5" wall of freshman Talia Frankham, averaging over a block a set early on this year. Jordan to Johnson on the cross, connects.
Such a nice cross-court swing by Elena Johnson. Take a look at this. Corner to corner, 4-4, perfect placement.
Still hitting at a high clip, 455 to go with 8 kills. Bryant down the line, found the spot in the back. Point pack to tie it at 5.
Such a smart shot by Courtney Bryant. She turned her thumb up, took a little bit of speed off this ball, placed it in the right back corner of the court. Those are one of the hardest balls to defend if you're a middle back defender.
The seniors leading the way here tonight. Bryant, her 6th kill. She had 9 in the win over Nevada. Also had an even 500. She can do a little bit of everything. Had 9 kills in that match, 6 digs, and also 4 aces. One of the top servers in the ACC entering this match, leading the conference in aces a set. 5-5. Similar start to where we saw in the beginning, where there was a mix of service errors, attacking errors, but you're starting to see both sides clean them up early in the second set.
These are 2 teams that match up extremely well together in terms of height. So we can expect this to be a little bit of a better matchup now that North Carolina State has started to find their rhythm.
Rebecca Ring making her way in for the pack. Running in the tip from Johnson, responding from the middle, Frankham. Hall denied up front, and Samaya Dorsey with the rejection.
Fire me up, Samaya Dorsey. This block was set up so well. She turned her palms into the court. There was no chance she was getting tooled.
Comes from a winning program and from Phoenix, Arizona, Millennium High School. Won over 100 matches in her time. Hall, oh, nice up from Zuja. From the attack line, Bryant. Free ball from Johnson. Outside, Dorsey getting it done on both sides. That time with a kill.
Samaya Dorsey starting to come alive on both sides of the ball. Heck of a kill by Dorsey over there on the right side pin, taking it cross court.
One of the 8 newcomers to this pack program. And the center misdirection from Jordan, able to get something going. Snaps a 3-0 run from the pack.
Such a high volleyball IQ play from setter Sarah Jordan. She checked the defense on the other side before she sent this ball over on the second contact. Great eye sequencing by Sarah Jordan.
Jordan has been working to get healthy early on, has been banged up throughout the first part of the season. Service error from the Gamecocks. And that's why South Carolina has gone back and forth between a 5-1 and a 6-2. There's 4 setters overall in this Gamecocks team that can rotate their way in and work with the attackers.
Credit to the attackers for South Carolina. It is extremely hard to get comfortable with 4 different setters, so they've been doing a nice job in spite of that.
Beaker got it in. Emily Beaker coming in.
Great decision by South Carolina to go with Emily Beaker behind the setter. This ball was set up so well. The block for NC State was a little bit inside. Emily Beaker sending it down the line.
Joining the program back in January from Tennessee for her 5th year. Overpass, and Beaker was right there, ready for it to tie it at 8.
Great job by Emily Beaker playing some cleanup at the net, but great serve by Kimmy Thompson, putting the pressure on the passers for the Wolfpack.
Beaker has been described as a player that can change the momentum of a match by her play off the tape. And the response for Rebecca Ring, putting the pack up.
System swing by Rebecca Ring on the outside, but great set by Zuja. She just left it high for Rebecca Ring to go up there and get it.
Overpass. Villar outside. Oh! That went off the body of Jordan to an overpass again. Hall swings and gets it in. Point Gamecocks. What a sequence, and we're already at our 5th time to set.
Great defense by both sides, but Nia Hall, I mean, that was an incredible cut shot. Here's another look at the dump. Great defense by South Carolina.
And an ace right after. And Nia Hall. Recording the 3rd ace for the Gamecocks tonight. Make it 4 as that one goes off the tape.
Nia Hall doing work everywhere from her team. From the front row, from the inline. Great job by Nia Hall back there.
Service error.
Whenever you get 2 aces back-to-back, sometimes you just want to get the ball in play. The passers for NC State already had a little bit of the pressure on them. You're going to want to get that ball in play.
On the near side, Elise Marshall with the kill. Getting the Gamecocks back in rhythm after having a 3-0 run snapped off a service error.
Great off-speed shot by Elise Marshall, taking it right into the middle of the court over the blockers for NC State.
Harris on the serve. Service error again. While there have been some great plays by the Gamecocks in this match, there's already 8 service errors in this match for SC.
Both teams just a little bit too high error offensively and from the service line. Got to clean that up heading into the rest of this match.
Oh, free ball sent over by Hall. Bryant the tip. Nice dig. Hall from the bit, couldn't get it past the tape. It also met with a wall up front from the pack. 6 tie, all up at 12. Gamecocks have to clean things up from the service line to keep that momentum going. NC State, they've had some errors, but slowly but surely been effective on their attacking. Jordan to Johnson, blocked. And how about the wall up front defensively that has posed a threat for SC?
Great play defensively by North Carolina State, but it all started with the serve. Lily Cropper doing a really nice job forcing South Carolina out of system.
And Talia Frankham with the solo block, 3-0 run for NC State. From the middle, Leahy, no. Bryant to the back row. Johnson outside, blocked. Leahy was there. Bryant to the back. Hall was ready for it. And the pack responds, and the crowd inside Reynolds loves it. 4-0 run.
Starting to see the momentum shift to NC State's side. Both teams want to do a little bit of a better job cleaning up their set location. That set was way too low for Ava Leahy.
7 blocked for the pack. Frankham with another one. Jordan, brother Johnson gets that one through. Gamecocks going back to Elena Johnson, recording her 9th kill.
Great kill by Elena Johnson, attacking those high hands of the Wolfpack. She has to go up and hit high and hit hard. You can't go low to the seam with a double block in front of you.
Millar to Bryant, popped up by Johnson. She'll swing, sliding in with Villar. Bryant. Bump set by Harris from the attack line off the tape. Oh, and the block responding. What effort from SC. What a rally. Johnson, no. Second time, too strong. We're going to have our first challenge of the match, as Sarah Romney-Noble said there was a touch.
From initial thought, I do think there was a touch on this ball. Here's another look at it. Yep, off the hands of Sarah Jordan.
So our first review of the night, seeing if there was a touch.
There has to be indisputable evidence to overturn it. The finger bending back of Sarah Jordan is a good, Jordan Smith rather, is a good indicator of if the ball was touched or not. We'll see what the refs decide to do.
And that first angle right here, see 23, Jordan Smith, that left ring finger that bent back after the attack from Johnson. Here's a different angle. And also, you saw how quick Sarah Romney-Noble was to make that challenge.
And her players as well. They were super confident that there was a challenge.
So while we have a moment, NC State working their way back 15-13. How can the Gamecocks continue to get in rhythm and clean things up?
They've got to switch it up a little bit more. Right now, they're very left side heavy with Elena Johnson, but you got to get your setters in system first to be able to do that.
You talk about setters, Sarah Romney-Noble, an All-American setter at Kentucky. Here's another look at the review. See that hand bending back of Jordan Smith, the freshman.
Right idea to challenge this regardless. It's a super close set. I do think that this call will be reversed though.
Upon review, the call stands.
So rather no touch. Ball will stand, and the Gamecocks lose a challenge.
I stand corrected.
That takes us to immediate timeout. Wolfpack ahead 15-13 in set 2, being down 1-0. More action here for the inaugural SEC ACC Showdown after that. 15-13 Wolfpack in set 2. South Carolina losing the challenge. Head coach Sarah Noble making her way from App State in the Sun Belt now to Columbia, and brought in a lot of players and personnel with her to Columbia.
Ava Leahy and Elise Marshall, two great additions to this program. Head coach Sarah Noble had so much to say about those two. They said they just put their head down and worked. They did such a nice job coming into this program, fitting into the culture that was already established here. You gotta love that if you're head coach Sarah Noble.
Along with bringing her two assistants, Connor Zimick and Chanel Hargreaves, mentioned as far as team identity, said it's important to build a foundation and something they can last. As play resumes, Johnson no good on the attack. On the outside, overpass off the dig from McElveen. Courtney Bryant, no, dug out by Harris. Johnson, Zuja on the dig. From the middle, popped up. Hall swings. Point Gamecocks, and you gotta credit Victoria Harris on her digs to keep that going for SC.
Victoria Harris has been a highlight reel this whole entire night. Already 9 digs, and we're not even through 2 sets. She is one of the most fun liberos to watch in the SEC.
Now, she was one of the returners that Coach Noble loves to be around. A hometown kid from Columbia, South Carolina, and it's important when you have players that want to stay in their hometowns and play for their respective programs. On the near side, Leahy, no, popped up from Sydney Daniels. Hall from the outside. Bump set to Bryant, out, but a touch. Point Pack.
Incredible rally by both sides. Great block touches all around, and touches in the backcourt. Players just sticking arms out. Heck of a swing by Courtney Bryant going off the high hands.
Off the finger of Sarah Jordan. Wasn't sure if Coach Noble was going to make another challenge. Already lost a touch call. Mullen to Ring. Outside Hall, across. Point Gamecocks within 1.
Nia Hall, are you serious? Check out this swing. Thumb down, wrist away, angle to angle to zone 4. Heck of a swing by Nia Hall.
We've seen the Gamecocks go to Elena Johnson quite a bit, but Nia Hall has been that secondary attacker in the match. 6 kills off of 17 swings. Free ball. Misdirection blocked. Jordan, the Hall, the tip. Dug out by Mullen. Ring with the swing and connects.
Such a smart shot by Rebecca Ring. That was such a difficult shot to make. She contacted this ball on her way down. No problem for her, though. Perfect placement by Rebecca Ring.
Here's Hall. Dug out by Bryant in the back. Ring connects again. Rebecca Ring, the true freshman from Madison, Wisconsin, getting that one through. She records her 6th kill.
Rebecca Ring has been doing a really nice job using the block of South Carolina to her advantage. She noticed it wasn't perfectly formed, went off those high hands. Heck of a swing by Rebecca Ring.
Here's our Week 3 ACC Network football lineup. It begins Saturday at noon Eastern with Virginia hosting William & Mary. Then Bill Belichick in North Carolina hosts Richmond. At 7, Virginia Tech hosts Old Dominion in Blacksburg. And we'll cap the night with Boston College and Stanford in Palo Alto at 10:30. All 4 games are also available on the new ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. South Carolina called a timeout, down 18-15. They have the better hit percentage than the Wolfpack in the match overall. But how does SC find their rhythm again like they did in set one?
They got to go back to the fundamentals, serving and passing. North Carolina State is making those skills really hard to come by because they're playing incredible defense at the front and in the backcourt.
What you're not seeing in those attack line numbers and efficiency, while the Gamecocks getting 217 in the match, 176 in the set, while the Wolfpack 138 overall, but they've definitely improved things hitting at 241. Been able to spread out their attacks, one player being Rebecca Ring, who's been complimentary to Courtney Bryant. Also, you've seen the pack work off of errors made by the Gamecocks.
The advantage that North Carolina State has over South Carolina, they're always in a 6-2, so they always have 3 attackers up front, gives them more options offensively.
Play resumes. Hall, no, dug out by Bryant. Ring again! And when you have Courtney Bryant playing in the back, it gives an opportunity for other attackers to work in the front for NC State.
Rebecca Ring stepping up for her team right now. You got to go to the hitter who's hot, and that is certainly Rebecca Ring.
A 3-0 run, all off the swings of Ring. Ooh, all the way to the back, low reception, free ball from the Gamecocks. Mulling from the middle, nice up from Harris. Johnson, no, Mullen keeps it in play. And just an off-balance set, out of system set that is, point Gamecocks.
Right idea by Zuja to go to Samaya Dorsey on the right side pin. Just wasn't able to locate it.
Snaps the pack's run. Kimmy Thompson in the serve. From the middle, Cropper. Oh, good dig from Thompson there. Outside, a block. Emily Beaker.
The block does not get much bigger and more physical than Emily Beaker and Nia Hall. This block was set up so well. Nia Hall dove her hands into the seam. Emily Beaker pressing her hands over the net. Huge momentum play for the Gamecocks.
Forcing NC State to take a timeout, their first in set 2. Wolfpack have the lead, but you're seeing South Carolina creep in, making some key plays. The block you saw from Beaker just moments ago, along with Nia Hall. What's the biggest adjustment NC State has to make here, Angel?
I think they just have to do a better job getting their setters in system. Right now, every single ball is going to their left side pin, which is making it pretty easy for South Carolina to get their block set up.
Gotta love the energy inside Reynolds Coliseum. The band on hand tonight. You're definitely adding to the energy. I mean, look at them. They're having some fun out here tonight, Ainsley.
Oh, I love it. I love how much volleyball has grown as a whole. Look at all these fans in here. I mean, nearly packed out in Reynolds Coliseum. You love to see it.
Also a great night for NC State athletics. I think MWK called it a double pack night with men's soccer being played as well just down the road. But a great crowd on hand inside Reynolds. The pack so far unbeaten inside Reynolds, 3-0. They want to maintain the lead in set 2 to tie it up at 1 set apiece going into the set break. Out of the timeout. The back set tipped over by Dorsey. Harris to Hall. Nice dig from Zuja. Bryant runs in off the hands of Beaker. Hall tools it off. Point Gamecocks within 1.
Nia Hall getting it done left and right for her team. Here's another look. Back row attack from Courtney Bryant. But Nia Hall passed to attack, Tulin off the block for NC State.
Ring blocked. How about it? Emily Beaker leading the charge up front. Ties it up at 19, our 7th tie in the set.
So those are the ones you have to have if you're NC State. Rebecca Ring did a nice job covering her own block. Just a little bit of a miscommunication on that second contact.
4-0 run. This is where SC took things over late in the first set. Ring blocked again. How about the front? A second time, but out.
I love how Rebecca Ring is showing no fear up there. She just went up and got stuffed, but it doesn't matter. She's going up and taking big rip after big rip. Finally able to get the tool off the block of South Carolina.
That's what you want from a freshman, to come in with zero fear. Cerro Nieto as the Pack leading again, 20-19. Hall just undershot that. Another point for the Pack.
Right idea to switch up with the off-speed shot. Just mishit it a little bit.
Villar on the serve, off the tape. Near side Hall, and how about Hall being fearless? First time didn't succeed, second time got it to go.
Heck of a swing by Nia Hall. She didn't care that she just made an error. She went up, took a big rip, blasted that ball right through the seam.
In the red zone, 21-20. Running in, and the block from Emily Beaker, firing up the Gamecocks to tie it at 21.
That's exactly what head coach Sarah Rumley-Noble told us about Emily Beaker. She said she gets all her teammates fired up, and we are seeing that right now.
And an ace that stays in the back row. Gamecocks take the lead. NC State will use their final timeout of the set.
This is exactly what we saw in the first set. South Carolina playing really aggressive down the stretch. They're not being timid, and it's paying off.
The first lead since early in the set when it was 12-11. That was similar to how it was in set one. Nia Hall being the driving force throughout the second set for SC.
Nia Hall doing work for South Carolina. Heck of a line shot, but from the inline as well. She is putting pressure on the passers for NC State. She is so athletic. She gets up there. Such a fun player to watch.
The biggest thing for Nia Hall is also able to bounce back from not having the best performance at South Florida. Only had 2 kills, but turning things around tonight. 8 kills, but how about the work from the service line with 4 aces?
That's the name of the game. Volleyball is a game of mistakes. You got to be able to shake it off and bounce back, because you got a new match in the next few days.
The aces have been the biggest turnaround as well. She has 4 to 5 aces. She only had 3 aces entering the match tonight. How can the Gamecocks keep this momentum rolling? A 3-0 run here late in the set.
You got to keep your foot on the gas. You got to be aggressive in the red zone, but not too aggressive, because you still got to play clean.
And the Wolfpack out of timeouts. They were hitting better throughout this second set, but dropping to 154 in the set, 103 in the match. Hall on the serve. The tip by Smith. Bump set blocks. And that's one way to fire up your team. Lily Cropper on the rejection.
Great block by the Wolfpack. Lily Cropper exploding out to that left side pin, pressing her hands over the net. Huge momentum play for the Pack.
Tied at 22. Clara Vondran in the serve. From the middle, Beaker rejected. Second effort, out. And the Pack take the lead. South Carolina will call their final timeout in set 2. What a turnaround for NC State. Pack want to work their way back in here in set 2. Saturday morning, the ACC Huddle crew will be in Atlanta at Bobby Dodd Stadium to get you ready for another full day of football with a 2-hour pregame show. They'll have game previews along with expert analysis and featured stories right here on ACCN and the all-new ESPN app. It'll be a fun one for the crew. They get to watch number 12 ranked Clemson against Georgia Tech for an early afternoon match. You're seeing how bad these teams want it, trading back and forth. 9 ties in set 2. We saw 13 ties in set 1. And getting deep in the red zone, Ainsley, you've seen it before as a former player. It can really go either way.
Absolutely, and you really want this set if you're NC State. You were in control for most of the set. You want to tie it up here, go 1-1 rather than go down 0-2.
What's the message here from Sarah Rumney-Noble?
Take a deep breath, go back to the basics. It all starts with a pass. If you don't have a pass, you're not able to run your offense the way you want. You've got to stick this pass here. That's the number one thing.
The Gamecocks were in a situation before their last match against South Florida. They won set 1 but lost the following 3. And all 3 of those sets, well, 2 of those 3 sets went deep into the red zone, including set 4, where South Florida won 27-25. Both sides out of timeouts. All the coaches can do is watch from here on out. Vondren serves again for the Pack. And gets an ace. Set point, NC State.
Clara Vondren rising to the occasion. 23-22. She puts the ball perfectly low to the tape. That ball has so much movement. Great serve by Clara Vondren.
Johnson's rejected! And that's how the Pack takes set 2 to even this match at 1 apiece.
That's one way to end the set if you're NC State. Look at this block setup. Really proper. Jordan Smith, fire me up. All the momentum with NC State right now. More volleyball to come on ACC Networks after the break.
Welcome back inside Reynolds Coliseum for the second day of the SEC ACC Showdown at the net. NC State ending set 2 on a 4-0 run to take the set 25-22 over the South Carolina Gamecocks. Exciting action, a part of this inaugural challenge of the ACC SEC Showdown at the net. Day 1 has some unique matchups. We had Tennessee winning against Georgia Tech in 4, a rematch from the first round of last year's NCAA tournament where it was the Yellow Jackets that won in 5. Tennessee getting their revenge early in the season. How about a top 10 matchup in Texas? SMU defeating Texas A&M. And you got to give credit to North Carolina. Their first non-conference ranked win in 9 years, winning in straight sets over the Florida Gators. It's their first unbeaten start 5-0 since 2021. And then when you go to the Midwest in Missouri, Stanford winning in 4. They hit a season-high 408 in that win over the Tigers, and 3 attackers in double-digit kills, led by Elia Rubin with 20 in that victory. Day 2, we're looking at day 1. First of all, to recap, the ACC leads 5 wins to 3. You need 9 wins overall to win the challenge. And we go from yesterday to today. A lot of more high-action volleyball. Of course, one of them being a top 10 matchup, Kentucky and Pitt. The Panthers winning the first set, currently in set 2. Alabama fighting back for the SEC, up 2-0 over Wake Forest. And then you got a later matchup tonight at 9 o'clock ESPN. A top 5 matchup, 2 Final Four hopefuls in Texas and Louisville. Welcome back courtside. Danny Wall and Ainsley Clifford on hand. How about the response for NC State after South Carolina went on a 10-3 run in the middle of set one to take the first set, but the Wolfpack able to answer back throughout the second set.
NC State turned it up a notch when it mattered the most. They were aggressive in the red zone. They put the pressure on South Carolina from the service line, and it really paid off.
Now, two featured players entering this match, leading the charge for each team. Starting with NC State's Courtney Bryant, she has 7 kills to go along with 5 digs.
There's a reason why Courtney Bryant is the go-to attacker for this NC State team. She's so smart, she's rangy, she can hit shots from anywhere. We've seen her hit from the outside, from the back row, and she's been doing some work from the service line as well. And Elena Johnson for South Carolina, another go-to player. She's been incredible this whole entire match. She has a cannon of an arm. She gets up there. She doesn't care when there's a double block in front of her. Expect a lot of balls to continue going her way as this match goes on.
You're really seeing a match where senior leaders on display leading their team, but also defense has been one of the biggest things we've seen. Both teams hitting below 200 throughout this match. It took some time for both teams to get in rhythm as well. A lot of service errors, a lot of attacking errors from the first set. Set 3 underway. Elise Marshall too strong on the attack, but got a touch. Point Gamecocks.
Great swing by Elise Marshall, attacking those high hands. I love how she came right out of the gate in this third set, going up and taking a big rip.
Villar to Jordan Smith. Point Pat off the touch of Leahy.
You got to have those if you're South Carolina. A little bit of an off-speed shot by Jordan Smith. You got to handle those.
Clara Vondren, who was big in serving for the Pack in set 2, serving again. Near side, Johnson. Point Gamecocks.
That was such a smart shot by Elena Johnson, placing it in the back corner of the court. Went over the block. Those are really tough to defend if you're the Wolfpack.
Johnson leading this way. We mentioned the new players for South Carolina. They lost some veteran attackers last year, one of them being Riley Whitesides. Running in Smith. Oh, what an up by Harris. Free ball. Villar to Bryant, too strong, but there was a touch up front.
Great swing by Courtney Bryant, getting those hands of Sarah Jordan.
Beaker slams it down. Emily Beaker will be a player to watch as this match continues. She was a driving force early in the first set.
Emily Beaker is extremely talented on both sides of the ball. She's a huge force at the net, but also a huge threat offensively.
Selective yet effective in her swings. From the middle, too strong. Seeing Samaya Dorsey work her way. A correction with Haley McFadden. First time we see McFadden in this match tonight. McFadden, oh, got that one through. Almost a miscommunication, a mishit, but still connected for the kill.
Huge for Haley McFadden to be able to adjust. Left hand right around the block. Hey, you'll take it.
And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good in those moments. And for McFadden, able to redeem herself from that last attack. Oh, block. Oh, how about Harris there? Found a way to get the dig. But the Pack get the point off the kill from Courtney Bryant.
Courtney Bryant getting the kill, but you've got to give some credit to Victoria Harris. Getting down low, just covering balls. She constantly gives her hitters second chance opportunities, and Courtney Bryant cranking it down the line.
You talk about extending rallies. Harris had 4 matches with 20 digs last year or more. Block again. Harris on the effort, couldn't get there in time. Back with the lead.
Haley McFadden coming in and making some huge plays for the Wolfpack out of the gate. Great blocking by the Wolfpack to start the set.
Hall swing, gets it through the blockers up front. Running in from the big Vondre with the kill and keeping this run going for the Wolfpack, now 4-0.
Great decision by NC State to go with Clara Vondren out of the back row. Fire me up. Great swing by Vondren.
Beaker couldn't get past the tape and the wall. The Pack's run extends 5-0. And going back to Vondren there, she's someone who put on a lot of muscle in the spring to prepare herself for this upcoming season, her junior year. Gamecocks will call a timeout as the Wolfpack are rolling, going off of that momentum from set 2, carrying into set 3 with a 5-0 run. More action here after the break on the ACC Network. NC State, 5-0 run, and the attacking has been the biggest thing that's gotten out in front this time for the Wolfpack, Ainsley.
When you're hitting 571, there's not much you can do if you're South Carolina. They're going to have to start finding a better job digging in, making some other defensive plays. Victoria Harris, though, she's been doing a nice job in a libero jersey for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, for NWK, head coach of the Wolfpack, she talked about wanting her team to compete and have fun, mentioning play with your hair down, just let loose. And Naya Hall letting loose for the Gamecocks, snapping that Wolfpack run.
Huge side out for South Carolina out of the timeout. Go to your go-to hitter in Nia Hall. Great shot by her.
And also, Sarah Lee Noble for the Gamecocks talked about just going out and killing balls, and that's what Hall has done, picking up her 9th kill. Low reception. Brian got it in front of the blocker.
The block for South Carolina has to press their hands over the net a little bit more rather than having them straight up towards the ceiling.
Running in from the Bick, Johnson out. Point Pack. While we talk about the high efficiency attacking for NC State, South Carolina still hitting well, but just having some trouble here throughout this set. Actually, the third attacking error, rather. Johnson, good dig from Zuzia. Free ball, some miscommunication there. Leahy to the back row. Ava Leahy getting back involved, recording her 3rd kill.
Great play by South Carolina. Sarah Jordan shooting it back to Ava Leahy. She's so comfortable off of 1 foot. That's why you have to get a good pass to keep getting her involved.
Service Sarah. Got to give credit as well to Sarah Jordan. Jordan rotating off the floor, but the Gamecocks have mainly been on a 5-1. Jordan with 25 assists tonight. Being able to set up those attackers like Ava Leahy, Nia Hall, and Aleda Johnson. Service error for the Pack. Now serving for the Gamecocks, number 15, Nia Hall. This is where you start to see fatigue start to set in, getting deep in a match. 10-7 Wolfpack. A lot of service there from the Gamecocks side. Outside Vondren. In. Point back.
Huge for the Wolfpack to side out right away with Nia Hall on the back line. They know she is very capable of going on long runs. Great swing by Clara Vondren, going right off those hands.
Rather, that was off the touch up front from the Gamecocks. Nonetheless, point back. Thompson in to Jordan. Good job from Sarah Jordan there. Waited till the block was already up. Now they're way down. Rather, Elena Johnson there for the kill.
Elena Johnson has been doing a much better job bettering the ball. Even if the set's not there, she's finding ways to get kills.
In double figures, she just recorded her 11th. Bump set to Jordan Smith, rejected. The duo of Beaker and Marshall.
This was a really tough ball for Jordan Smith to swing at. On those ones, you kind of just have to send a smart shot over because the block for South Carolina was ready and waiting for it.
Pack out of system. Smith couldn't get that one through. To the back row off the swing from Marshall. Running in, Vondren. Beaker from the middle. Boy, Gamecocks have been one.
Kimmy Thompson coming off the bench, coming into that setter position, doing a nice job running the middles. That's something that Sarah Rumbling Noble told us about her. She loves to run the middles, and she's really good at it.
Another attack from the middle, this time really proper for the Wolfpack.
Really nice job by NC State forcing their middles. Emily Beaker not able to catch up in time. Great kill by Lily Cropper.
Thompson to Marshall, out. So you're seeing South Carolina making that switch from Sarah Jordan to Kimmy Thompson. Gonna go with Thompson here more so throughout this third set setting.
South Carolina is just a little too high air this set. NC State isn't doing anything special. The Gamecocks are just hurting themselves.
Point Gamecocks. Net violation. And once again, you mentioned it, Ainsley, that NC State really just capitalizing, well, both teams capitalizing off of errors here. Villar from the middle, Cropper. Good recovery from Johnson. Zuja to Smith. Popped up by Hall. Johnson to the back, no. Bryant blocked, but out. Point Wolfpack. Courtney Bryant in double figures. Picking up her 11th kill.
Courtney Bryant just finds ways to get kills. 11 kills already on the night. She does a nice job using that block of South Carolina to her advantage, going off the hands.
New season high for Bryant. Previously had 10 earlier on this season. Oh, what misdirection as Sarah Jordan being back on the floor. You had Beaker up there looking like she was going to attack, and right at the high elevation point, Jordan went through.
Such a smart play by Sarah Jordan. Went up like she was going to set her middles. She is so athletic up front. Great decision sending it over on two.
Service error. We've seen this a couple of times throughout the match where momentum has been shifting one side or another, but it gets stopped off a service error.
As soon as South Carolina starts to find any momentum, especially in this set, they just give it right back to NC State with an unforced error.
The Gamecocks now in double figures in service errors with 10. Hall the tip. Bryant rejected the solo stuff from Beaker.
When Emily Beaker is up front, you cannot hit low to the tape. You have to find a way to go around her or go high off her hands. I mean, look at how high she gets over the net. Great block by Beaker.
Bryant, no. Near side, Hall, out.
That was a tough ball for Nia Hall to try and make a swing on. She tried to tip it over the block. Just got to find a way to get it in play.
Bryant on the serve. Running in, Johnson, dug out by Zuja. Outside, Vondran. Out. Point Gamecocks. Wolfpack saying there's a touch. And we will have a challenge. MWK with the card in her hand. And we'll take a look.
This is Davis challenging touch on the previous play.
Ooh. What do you think, Ainsley?
I'm not seeing one. Once again, there has to be indisputable evidence. I am 0-1 though, so who knows? Good thing my job is not what the referee has to do. It's tough.
This will be our third challenge of the night. We're looking at right side of your screen. Ava Leahy and the right hand. Leahy was also up there in front with Sarah Jordan.
Upon review, there was a touch. And will go to NC State, and they will retain their challenge.
So there was a touch. And Coach Wargo Kearney will keep the challenge.
Well, I'm over too.
What a competitive volleyball match we are seeing in the middle of set 3. The Wolfpack still have both their challenges. Gamecocks down to just one. Sarah Only Noble lost her challenge back in set 2. Nice dig from Mullen. Vondran pushes. Leahy, some miss hit off the setup from Jordan, but Sarah, the violation on the pack. Rather no, it is point Wolfpack there.
Right idea to run the middle on that play. A little bit of a miscommunication, but South Carolina gets the point anyway.
Almost a miscommunication from the up ref, pointing the wrong direction.
It happens.
Oh, so it actually is point Gamecocks. For the service error.
This is when those service errors come back to haunt you. You can't get any momentum when you're going back there and making those unforced errors, just giving the point right back to NC State.
18-14 pack, capitalizing off the mistakes from the Gamecocks from the service line. Thompson to Hall, popped up by Bryant. Bump set to Vondran. Good up from Harris. Dorsey found the corner. Point pack.
There is no defending this shot from Samaya Dorsey if you're South Carolina. She completely elevated over the block, painted the back line. Excellent swing by Dorsey.
South Carolina using their last timeout. They are out of timeouts in the set. The all-new ACC PM Monday through Thursday from 6 to 7 Eastern, and Fridays a special 2-hour football focus edition from 5 to 7 Eastern. Hosted by Kelsey Riggs Cup right here on ACC Network and the all-new ESPN app. Getting ready for another fun weekend of football this this upcoming Saturday, you'll start to see conference matches get involved. But this inaugural SEC ACC Showdown at the net is kind of reminiscent of week 1 from college football, where you saw high-level matches early on in the year that can determine the outcome later in the season.
If these past 2 days were any indicator of what the postseason is going to be like, we're in for a treat.
And it's so nice. We're doing it twice. It's coming back next year as well. Part of a 2-year deal. And head coach Megan Wargo-Kearney loved it, especially facing South Carolina, because this is the first time these two teams have faced in a decade, when they're literally separated by just from state lines, that you would think they play each other more. Right at the Gamecocks timeout, they are out for the remainder of the set. 19-14 NC State, looking to go up 2-1. Thompson keeps it. Oh, Zuzia Maciejewicz on the dig. Free ball. Near side, Hall with authority. Nia Hall gets her 10th kill, now in double figures, along with Johnson.
Nia Hall, heck of a swing over there. Such a heavy arm. She is so explosive and can jump out of this gym. Blasted it right through the seam. The block for NC State didn't even have time to close.
Vondren dug out from Victoria Hill. Haven't seen much of Hill in this match. Cropper, good dig from Harris. Hill swings, no. Vondren. Hill again, couldn't get it over the tape. Point Wolfpack. We're seeing South Carolina try to bring in some fresh arms to find some momentum here, being down 5. Wolfpack creating separation. On the outside, too strong from Elise Marshall. Another point for the Wolfpack. It has been a challenging set 3 attacking-wise for the Gamecocks, sitting at 152.
South Carolina just hasn't been able to find a rhythm offensively. Victoria Hill is doing a nice job giving them chances. They just have to execute.
A good recovery from Hill. Free ball sent over. From the middle, Cropper. Catching the Gamecocks out of system. Momentum continuing for NC State.
When NC State is in system and able to run their middle like this, they are scary. Heck of a swing by Lily Cropper out of the middle.
Float serve. Marshall, dug out by Bryant. Running in, Jordan Smith. Notice how Smith had to adjust before she went for the attack and still got it.
The fact that Jordan Smith is able to do what she does just as a freshman, the load she's carrying for this team and doing it so well, she's been so impressive in her freshman season for the Wolfpack.
5-1 run, 4 straight points for the Pack. All South Carolina can do is watch with no timeouts. And, man, went off the foot, but nonetheless, South Carolina finding some answer, going to Elena Johnson.
Elena Johnson coming back in right off the bench and getting it done right away.
Sarah Minoble wasting no time. Johnson comes back in, they go right to her. Set point Pack following the kill from Jordan Smith, the freshman. Beaker keeps the Gamecocks in it.
When South Carolina is in system and able to get Emily Beaker involved, they're able to do so many great things and have to dial in from a passing standpoint a little bit more.
Bryant ends it. NC State 25-17 in set 3. Courtney Bryant, her 12th kill of the match to put the Wolfpack up 2-1. After losing the first set, the Wolfpack have won sets 2 and 3. A chance to take it in set 4 when we come back after the break on the ACC Network. NC State took set 3, 25-17. The ACC needs 4 more wins to win this showdown at the net. They might have it from Pitt, up 2-0 right now. Miami up 2-0 on Ole Miss. And you look at Alabama and Wake Forest, 2-1 right now. How about the freshman for NC State being able to complement Courtney Bryant in set 3, Ainsley?
The 1-2 punch of Rebecca Ring and Jordan Smith has been absolutely lethal to start this match. And to top it off, they're only freshmen. Imagine what great things they can do for this program as they get older.
Yeah, head coach Megan Wargo-Kearney mentioned that these 2 freshmen had to be more balanced last year because early on they were too predictable on who they were going to go to in attacking, especially when you had a player like Amanda Rice and Ava Bazar. So wanted to spread the ball out and get more players involved. And unique thing, even though they're freshmen, MWK say they have more power than Courtney Bryant when it comes to attacking.
Courtney Bryant is the steady 6 rotation outside, but she finds ways to get kills. She does such a nice job with her shot selection, which makes it so tough to defend.
Bryant leading the way with 12 kills for the pack. Ring with 7. Smith with 4. Set 4 underway inside Reynolds. And first point goes to the pack. How does South Carolina clean things up after seeing a lot of errors throughout this match?
They can't go out there and be scared. They still have to go out there and keep swinging. But when you get those perfect passes from Victoria Harris, like she's been doing, you have to execute.
Overpass. Oh, good save up front from the Gamecocks and Elise Marshall. Near side Bryant. Oh, what effort from SC. Bryant tries again and tools it. My goodness, what power on the swing from Bryant. She made it hurt us talking about the freshman there a moment ago.
She definitely did. I mean, that first swing was so impressive. Credit to South Carolina getting this ball over, but Courtney Bryant getting it done for the Wolfpack.
And once again, when it comes to the defense for the Gamecocks, it starts with that dig from Harris. Oh! And the response from Elise Marshall gets SC on the board.
Heck of a swing by Elise Marshall on the right side. Blasted that ball straight down the line.
This could be a moment to have the Gamecocks spread out their attack. Most of their kills have come from Elena Johnson and Nia Hall. Jordan Smith on the kill from the outside.
Jordan Smith has been so impressive this match. I love her energy too. Check out this swing. When you give her a seam like that, she's gonna blast right through it.
Johnson, go. One set to Bryant to the back row. Hall with the dig. Near side, Marshall popped up by Smith. Bryant with some finesse that time. Point back.
This is what I meant when I said Courtney Bryant just finds different ways to score. She can hit a hard-driven ball down the line, go cross-court, but also switch it up, tip it right into the donut, catching the Gamecock defense on their heels.
Received by Harris from the middle. Beaker. As I mentioned, Gamecocks spreading out the attack. Emily Beaker, whenever she gets the ball, she's been able to be efficient, her 8th kill.
Good things happen when you get Emily Beaker involved. South Carolina has to continue to find her through the rest of this match.
How about Beaker's defense? She has 7 blocks on the night, too. Been a part of 7 of the 9 for SC tonight. He's there on the block that time. From the pick. And how about the kill? Nia Hall.
Heck of a kill by Nia Hall out of the back row. Here's another look. She completely elevates, blasts right through the seam of the triple block.
And Zuzan Machevich couldn't get out of the way in time. Service error. That's been the one thing for the Gamecocks that they haven't been able to clean that up when they have momentum.
Service errors are going to happen in every single match. They're inevitable. They're just coming at crucial times for South Carolina.
They're 12th of the night. And the Wolfpack cleaned their service errors up from set 1. They only have 5. Beaker slam dunk.
Really smart shot by Emily Beaker, but Victoria Harris, once again, she is holding her own back there in the libero jersey. NC State is applying pressure from the service line, but she is sticking those passes left and right.
Bryant, another dig from Harris. From the pick, Elena Johnson out. You're right, Ainsley. The Wolfpack were aiming at Harris on these serves. Attack in. Haley McFadden on the kill.
NC State has been doing a really nice job finding their middles in transition. But credit to their passers. They're getting quality digs, so their setters are able to do that.
Ooh, joust in the middle. Hall, dug out by Zuzia. McFadden, out, too wide. First attacking error for the Wolfpack in this set.
This is where South Carolina has to put their foot on the gas. They have one of their best servers in Victoria Harris on the back line.
Harris on the serve. McFadden, or rather Dorsey, gets that one through.
Offense to perfection by NC State. Perfect pass and an even better set. This is that pack fast tempo that you see from the Wolfpack.
One thing we hadn't mentioned in a while, Ainsley, and that pack-fast mentality is why NC State is able to work their way back in from sets 2 onward. Off the tape. Hall. No. Running in, Vondren, kept alive by Harris. Overpassing out. Harris, rather Hall with the kill, but Harris with the dig to keep it going for the Gamecocks.
Victoria Harris has been doing an incredible job in the libero jersey for South Carolina. 19 digs through 4 sets. Her serve receive numbers might not be on the stat sheet, but she's doing an incredible job from a serve receive standpoint as well.
She could be in play to set a new record for the Gamecocks. She set the record in digs in 4-set matches last year with 27 against LSU, but the force of the attack from NC State blew right by Harris.
Samaya Dorsey, here's another look at that swing down the line. Nia Hall was a little bit too inside. Samaya Dorsey does a nice job recognizing that blast down the line.
It's the freshman for NC State being able to complement the veterans on this team tonight. Hall pushes. Oh, good effort there from Vondran. Free ball. Vondran on the swing, popped up by Harris. Marshall to the back, dug out by Bryant. Vondran tools it. Point pack.
Vondran taking big rip after big rip, trying to break fingertips up front. She doesn't care that there's 4 hands in front of her. She just goes up, hits high, hits hard, and hopes for the best.
Near side. Point pack, Jordan Smith. Her 6th kill.
Here's another look at the swing by Jordan Smith. Great swing down the line, going right over the block for South Carolina.
Timeout Gamecocks. Wolfpack on a 3-0 run, 11-6 in set 4. More to come after the break on the ACC Network. $11-6 pack. What a journey for head coach Megan Wargo-Kearney. So much time as an assistant throughout the college landscape. Associate head coach the last 6 years, 5 of them with NC State, and now head coach of this team and rolling here this inaugural showdown at the net. A 3-0 run in set 4. Danny Wall and Ainsley Clifford on hand from Raleigh. And an ace for the pack. The run continues.
Gotta love it, right out of the timeout. NC State, great serve. Getting South Carolina out of system, putting the pressure on them from the inline.
Galar was on the ace. Serves again. Hall, a miss hit. You're starting to see fatigue from South Carolina. I mean, how can they turn things around here late?
It's just been those unforced errors for them. Everything is going NC State's way right now. You got to find a way to fight if you're South Carolina.
Jordan to Marshall. Oh, good dig from Machavich. Smith, too wide. That will snap the 5-0 run for the Wolfpack.
This is where head coach Sarah Rumley-Noble for South Carolina wants to see her team play in a place of confidence, competitiveness, and joy, like she told us.
Talked about that culture bucket. Now her team has worked on it. An attacking error from Lily Cropper for the Wolfpack. And that's the main thing. She wanted to see that improve from this past weekend in Tampa. And she said the last practice that they had, they've made some improvements. Served by Hall, service error. That is their 13th of the match. Tying a season high.
South Carolina has just been trying to play catch up this whole entire match, but it's not going to work if you keep having those unforced errors.
Near side, Marshall gets that one to go.
Great swing by Elise Marshall on the right side. Turns her thumb up, hits it cross court. Heck of a shot by Marshall.
5 kills on the night for the sophomore transfer from App State. And an ace. And bringing in some fresh arms to go along with it. That is Phoebe Reyes, the transfer from Barton Community College.
Huge from Phoebe Reyes to come in right off the bench cold and come in and serve an ace.
Sometimes all you need is a spark from a different player. Galar to Cropper. And they will say point Wolfpack. Near side Marshall, overpass. On the outside, Johnson got it. Elena Johnson, her 14th kill tonight.
Heck of a swing by Elena Johnson on the outside, going right around the block. She saw they were a little too far out, trying to take away lines and it cross court. Heck of a shot by Johnson.
I swung a lot. 14 kills, but 122 hit percentage. That just shows how prepared the Wolfpack have been for her swings. Oh, what force from Jordan Smith. That's the difference. While the Gamecocks continue to go and get Johnson going, they've been able to spread the attack out.
The thing about this NC State offense is they have weapons everywhere, especially because they're in a 6-2. They always have 3 attackers up front. And when Courtney Bryant is back row, they have an attacker back there as well.
Going between Ashley Mullen and Eliza Villar in this pack 6-2. Dorsey, overpass. What a dig from McElveen. Good stop up front from Beaker. Beaker, too strong.
All the momentum with NC State here. A little bit of a miss hit by Emily Beaker. Got to find a way to chip away this late in the set.
Johnson, no. Ooh. Dorsey still got it over. Running in, Hall, right up front and down. Point Gamecocks.
Mia Hall has been so impressive tonight, not only from the front row, but taking big rips from the backcourt as well. She had a triple block on her, was able to blast it right through.
Hall, along with Johnson, taking a lot of swings. That was her 45th swing of the night, getting her 13th kill. And you mentioned, Ainsley, that's the difference between a 5-1 and 6-2, because you haven't seen that much on the NC State side. The most is 40 swings from Courtney Bryant. The attack spread out. But Bryant said, I'm still ready to go, and gets the kill, number 15 tonight.
Courtney Bryant has been so fun to watch this match. Makes it look easy out there. When you give her a seam like that, she's going to hit right through it with authority.
And an ace. 4 aces tonight for the Wolfpack. Courtney Bryant, the conference leader in aces, makes it 19-12 pack, and South Carolina uses their final timeout of the set. Courtney Bryant can do it all, whether it be attacking from the service line and also defensively with 9 digs.
Courtney Bryant is the complete package for NC State. She's exactly what you want from a 6 rotation outside. She goes up there, takes big rips, but is such a steady passer from the back row and gets it done from the service line.
Wolfpack 6 points away from adding another win for the ACC in this challenge. Courtney Bryant, season high, 15 kills. 1 dig away from her second double-double this year, really putting pressure on South Carolina, who just seems like at this point in the match, Ainsley, starting to run out of gas a bit. It is a long season, and the unique thing for South Carolina this year, they're fighting for more in the postseason because the SEC tournament returned for the first time in 20 years. It'll be in Savannah, Georgia at In-Market Arena. The Gamecocks had a chance to play in that venue against Georgia Southern in a preseason exhibition.
It just means more in the SEC, but head coach Sarah Rumley Noble mentioned how excited she was for that. She came from App State, who play in the Sun Belt, and they have a Sun Belt tournament every year. That's the benefit benefit of having a conference tournament. There's the dark horse always. Anyone has a chance to win a conference championship.
See how things play out when we get towards that tournament in November. But right now, NC State in full force. Out of the Gamecocks timeout, 19-12 in the fourth set. Beaker, no. Vondren got it through the blockers. Once again, the pack spreading out the attack.
Great swing by Vondren. She knows she had a double block in front of her. Went super high off those hands of South Carolina.
Service error. Snaps a 3-0 run. Harris on the serve. Oh, what force from a block up front. Still in play. Vondren, no. Bump set to Hall, to the back, out.
Really nice job by the Wolfpack on the hitter coverage, especially in this set, giving their hitters second chance opportunities. Think offensive rebounding in basketball. It gives your team an extra possession to score.
Service error again for NC State.
Now entering for the Gamecocks, number 23, Marshall. And number 10, Sarah Jordan. Jordan to serve.
Sarah Jordan making her way back in. She will serve for SC. From the middle, Cropper dug out by Jordan. Free ball to the back row. Cropper, that time connects. Billy Cropper with her 6th kill.
Lily Cropper has been doing a really nice job out of the middle this match for NC State. We have to remember that this is a player who didn't get a whole lot of action last season.
Only played in 27 sets last year, but part of the 355 hitting for NC State in the fourth set. That's really been the driving force throughout this fourth set. Starting out early on when South Carolina called their first timeout, they were hitting at 571.
It's so hard to keep up with a team who's that efficient offensively.
Well, Brecht now back in set 3, but nonetheless, they've cleaned things up as this match has progressed. 3 points away from taking this match. From the middle, no luck from Elise Marshall. Smith, dug out by Harris. Far side, Hall, point Gamecocks.
Point Gamecocks.
Don't count the Gamecocks out just yet. This is a team who is known to fight. They have heart. They're going to try and do everything they can to come back and force this thing to 5.
All Sarah Romy Noble can do is watch, using both her timeouts early. Cropper, no, sliding in was Harris. Outside, Johnson, dug out by Bryant. Smith rejected. And it was Ava Leahy and Elise Marshall, the App State transfers.
The block for South Carolina doesn't get much bigger than Ava Leahy and Elise Marshall up front. Great block by the Gamecocks.
Johnson, no, dug out by Villar. Bump set to Smith. Oh, they're giving a point to the game, to the Wolfpack, excuse me. That was a great effort play made by Victoria Harris, though.
I mean, I'll say it time and time again. Victoria Harris is so fun to watch. 24 digs through 4 sets. She's been such a bright spot for South Carolina in this match.
Really going to make a challenge for Libero of the Year at season's end. Overpass. pass, and Cropper was there. That makes it match point Wolfpack. Johnson keeps the Gamecocks in it.
Elena Johnson saying not just yet going off the hands of NC State, but great pursuit by setter Eliza Villar for the Wolfpack.
Still match point Pack. Reyes to serve. Bryant. Game, set, match, Pack. 16th kill to seal the deal and add a win for the ACC.
No one other than Courtney Bryant to finish it off for NC State. The heart and soul of this Wolfpack offense. 16 kills, hitting 310. Great performance by Courtney Bryant all around.
Bryant leading the way. One more look at this kill. A cross shot that got right in front. What a play from the senior outside. Wolfpack takes set 4, 25-17, and they win this match 3-1, improving to 5-1 on the year. And a win for the ACC. We'll welcome you courtside with our player of the match in Courtney Bryant. Courtney, a match-winning kill, your 16th of the night. Tell me, what was working for you out there on the floor?
All of our passers did really well. We had a lot of good looks, and both of the setters, Eliza and Ashley, setting us great. So we had a lot of open looks at the net.
You carried most of the load for your team tonight, but your freshmen in Jordan Smith and Rebecca Ring able to step up as well. How is it having those other attackers out there knowing they can get it done too?
Yeah, it's awesome. Our bench is full, ready to go. All of our players are on it. So whoever comes in, we know we can take care of it, and we all trust each other.
It didn't matter who was setting you, whether it was Ashley Mullen or Eliza Villar. So tell me, when you're running a 6-2, what is it like when you're working with both of those two setters out there?
They make it pretty easy. They set us up, and we have trust. So that's all, really. We don't even pay attention to who's on. They're going to deliver, and us Pins took care of it tonight.
A win for the ACC in this challenge. I got to tell, what was it like for you competing and participating in this showdown at the net?
Yeah, it's awesome, and also our fans here were awesome. So I'm super grateful for that and this team.
Well, thank you for your time. Congrats on the win. Best of luck moving forward this season, Courtney.
Thank you.
Courtney Bryant, 16 kills on the night, leading the way for NC State in this 4-set win over the South Carolina Gamecocks. The ACC 3 wins away from clinching the inaugural SEC-ACC Showdown at the net. Once again, our final score in Raleigh, NC State 3, South Carolina 1. For Ainsley Clifford and our entire ACC Network crew, I'm Danny Wall saying thanks for watching. So long from Reynolds Coliseum.